Do you want to become the alchemist of your life and start attracting all the things that you want and desire? Well, stay tuned. I want to share with you some of the secrets and how I'm doing them right now. And in case you haven't watched the channel before, my name's Jason. And not only do you see me going around Joburg showing you how great of a place this is here, but most importantly, I'm talking to you about success, what it is, and how to get it in the three areas of life that I focus on, which are happiness, health, and wealth. And so if you were watching me on TikTok today, you may have seen me going around Santon City, doing a little bit of filming there, and also went to Benmore Gardens. But if not, like I just want to just share with you, just this a thing that happened to me today, and I became aware of it after the incident happened, and I was just like, oh, okay, I see how this is working. And so, how do you become the alchemist of your life? And so, first, let's start with the definition of success, which is from Earl Nightingale, the progressive realization of a worthy idea. So, to be successful at creating the things that you want in your life or becoming the alchemist of your life, you have to know how to start the process. And I think this is one of the reasons where a lot of people end up falling short or they end up quitting too soon is because they don't understand exactly what the universe is sending them. And because they're not able to interpret these clues, they're just ended up thinking like, oh man, nothing's working in my favor when everything is always working in your favor and on your behalf. And so the way I figured this out today was, so I've been looking into a PEMF little thing. So if you're not familiar with that, it's just a lot of letters to talk about an electromagnetic field. Now, what it is one that you can use for a person. So it's not like a big power grid or nothing like that. None of those things you see on the movies. It's like maybe the size of a remote, a little bit bigger, depending on what you get, or you can get one that's a blanket. And it's not a big thing here in South Africa, or I just haven't found it yet. I think I will be able to find it here, but it's just going to take some digging and hunting and getting to the right people. And so I was looking at some places on the internet and saw a couple of PEMF little wands and stuff that you could use, but I couldn't find the prices on. Then when I finally found the price on one, I just didn't feel good. Like I felt like that price was just not a great price. And you know what I mean? Like you kind of want something, but then you see the price on, and you're like, I feel like you're just overcharging me a little. And so that's how I was getting that feeling. And one of the things I really like to do is follow my intuition. So when I have those gut feelings, I try to act on them and, not think twice about them. So what I decided, I was like, this company, I don't want to use them. I don't really fully trust that they're the most ethical company when it comes to the pricing and things like that. And I also think it's just one of those companies that's just hyping up so much marketing, and I'm not seeing enough reviews that look legitimate to say this company is the one that I should go with. And so from that, I was like, okay, let me just keep following some people, and I'll just figure it out as the time comes, and I start actually getting, seeing other things and seeing like maybe some competitors, things like that. And so I just left it at that. And now you may be thinking like, okay, Jason, so how are you starting to get closer to if you just left it? Now, this is actually the secret. One of the secrets is once you figure out what you want and you start getting information about it, you don't go down a negative path. And what I mean by that is you don't start having negative emotions and you don't start having negative thoughts about it. You may have logical thoughts about it. And like for me, some people may be like, well, you say you don't feel the company is very ethical. That's not a negative thought. That's just a logical thought based off all the information that I've processed from being able to see from the company. And so because of that, the thing that I kept doing is I kept monitoring my thoughts and my emotions. And you may think I'm talking about around just finding a PEMF meter wand. No, I actually was monitoring my thoughts and emotions just around everything else. Because I said, I already told the universe what I want. And I'm like, if I'm the alchemist, I tell it what I want. Now it's my job to do the chemical reaction, to start converting into the energy that I need to be able to receive it. And this is one of the things about this human experience. And I even wrote this down when I was thinking about it. It's our job to tell the universe what we want. And we're supposed to send clear images so the universe can start narrowing down and getting us the best thing that we want. And then I started realizing, how do you really send clear images? It's through our thoughts and emotions. We think in pictures, and then our emotions are the way that we vibrate. If you look at someone who's in a bad mood, they're vibrating in a very negative or low frequency. And you can tell it because they're doing things that is possibly even doing self harm. Like they may be breaking their own things, they may be driving erratic, or they may even just be throwing away their whole opportunity at a job interview, things like that. So if that works in that situation, how does it work in the reverse? And so that's one of the things for this past probably 2 weeks, I've really been doing a great job of just monitoring my thoughts and then monitoring my emotions around it. Even if I got into more of a lower vibration from a set of lower thoughts hitting me kind of hard, heavier than normal, I would go do something that would make me happy. So I would either listen to some music. I would either play my little what's that thing called, the Nintendo Switch. Like I have a little Nintendo Switch game. I would play that. I would jump rope. I would do some push-ups. I would go for a walk. I would read a book. I was getting my mind off of anything that was keeping me in a low vibration or annoying me, and keeping myself in a higher vibration. And so then you may be like, okay, Jason, so okay, you've been doing that, but okay, you still don't have a PEMF meter wand. And so the funniest thing happened today. I ended up meeting a husband and wife that were inside. They came inside the vegan chef while I was eating, and then we just started talking. And turns out he has a PEMF meter. They've been doing it. They gave me their testimony on it, talked about how it's helped other people, and it let me know, like, okay, this is what I need or what I want, because there's certain things that I'm studying on myself with my health. And so, just in case you don't know, like I do a lot of health studies, self health studies, and experiments on myself. And so that's why I wanted a PEMF wand. And they was like, "Oh yeah, we'll send you the information on the one that we got." The price was way better than what I saw from the first place. And not only that, like I know someone who is now using the product firsthand, which means I can ask questions, I can really get detailed feedback, I can really start understanding, like how they was explaining to me how it took less than 3 days to relieve back pain. People with had stroke symptoms, after a couple of weeks, they were able to feel better. Like all of those things, and I'm like, okay, taking that knowledge, knowing what I know about the endocannabinoid system, using plants for disease reversal, understanding about the omega 3, omega 6 ratio. I'm like, oh, now I'm learning, I'm going to be able to learn this from someone who does it every day with their practice. And so that just shows you, like, you have to control your thoughts and emotions. Like, think, let's say if I was having a bad mood today, or I was being very offish. Guess what? Do you think I would have had this 2, 3 hour long conversation with them, and where I got all of this knowledge, we exchanged numbers and everything? Like, most likely not. Because I can tell you on a daily basis, sometimes I run into people, they just in a bad mood, and I just keep going. Like, they never knew, like, okay, one, this guy making help teach me social media marketing if I'm doing social media account or something. This guy can teach me on some of the stuff if you're trying to transition to a plant-based lifestyle, like the endocannabinoid system, if you're trying to do disease reversal. And I'm not going to stop and beg people, hey, be nice to me. And that's not how the world works. And because it doesn't work that way, most of the times we're blocking our blessings, or we're sending the vibration that we don't want things. We don't want a better life. We don't want more money in our bank account. And so we really need to start focusing on how are we thinking. And I can tell you, like, even with this is one that I work on even to this day to keep improving. Is I don't think about why I can't afford something. I don't think about why I may not have this much money. And I think about only, like, okay, what can I do to earn more money? What type of service can I provide? What type of product can I make? What can I help another company that's already established? Like, those are all the things that I focus on now, and I send my thoughts that way. And this is how I see a lot of different business ideas and things like this. And most importantly, I don't just think about it, ask myself those questions. Like what you don't see is like when I'm watching YouTube videos of people like Laura Langmeyer teaching me how do you use credit for business, how do you open your corporation. When I'm doing seminars with Robert Kiyosaki on real estate, when I'm up at 1 in the morning listening to Grant Cardone as he's giving a update on some new properties. Like those are the things you're not seeing. Also, like it's not only just my emotions, my thoughts, but it's driving my actions. And because we're in an action based world in this physical form, we have to start focusing our thoughts and emotions, because if we start focusing on those in the way that we want, it will actually start making that chemical reaction, which is inside us. And once that chemical reaction is inside of us and it start going, it moves us into that higher vibration. And that's how you get to attract the thing that you want. And it was, just to give you another example, like I've been wanting this book since I've got here. The Science of Getting Rich. Yes, I have it on e-copy and e-book and everything like that. But this is one of the books I like to flip through and read. Tell me why today, out of all the days, and I go to this bookstore like once a month and ask them, and some just tell me like they're gonna have my book today, and they had the book. And to be funny, like the funny part is, not be funny. The funny part is, I wasn't even planning on going to Benmore Garden today. I wasn't planning on eating out today. I wasn't even planning on leaving the house today. But something just told me as the load shedding hit today, it was like, yo, go out and do this. And because I've been focusing on my intuition and improving it, when I have those little gut feelings, I just act on 'em. And it not only led me to find the book that I've been looking for, it led me to actually exchange contacts and make friends with someone who's actually not only knows about PEMF, but they're using it in their own practice. And if that doesn't show you how you can become the alchemist of your own life, I don't know what else will, yo. But I can tell you, like, once you start using this on your behalf, life becomes real, real fun. And it becomes a game, because you start really seeing like, what else can I do? How powerful am I? And so hope you got some value from this. If you're doing this type of stuff, let me know how it's working for you. If you haven't tried it before, let me know if you're willing to give it a try, yo. Like, if you're not willing to try something, you'll never know if it works. I'm living proof of that. Like, so many years I wasn't willing to try stuff, and guess what? Nothing was working until I started literally trying new things. It changed my life. It even gave me more longevity to where I'm here with you today. And so, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more of this content, and videos drop daily. And also share this with someone else, because you never know who might be looking for this information around you. And just remember, I'm Jason, and success is simple once you know how.